President Trump says the U.S. has full 100% control of the Strait of Hormuz, while the U.S. is only semi-negotiating with Iran. The Iranian regime is now saying it will not reopen the strait if the U.S. doesn't meet its demands, including compensation for the damage it has done in the more than 5 months since the start of the war. The U.S. has reiterated its top priority is ensuring Iran can never achieve nuclear capabilities, but having the strait fully open has become key. Joining us now is CBS News contributor and former CIA officer and Marine Corps veteran Elliot Ackerman. So from where you're sitting, how have the goals changed since the start of the war, and how do they continue to evolve?
Let's remember, when this war started, it was a war that was about regime change, and it opened with a decapitation strike against the Iranian regime. And it was also a war that was about ensuring that Iran could never have a nuclear weapon. But Iran has very effectively weaponized the strait, really moving it to the top priority slot in terms of the conflict between the U.S. and Iran. So we're seeing a lot going on about the strait, and that has been a significant shift in war aims.
The president today in the Oval Office, he said, we have 100% control, but they can lay a mine. And he also says, we've cleared the Strait of Mines, but they can always make a threat. It's hard to understand exactly what is going on, because to me that seemed like a contradiction. How is it that Iran has been able to have so much leverage over the strait?
Let's keep in mind, what the strait represents is that the control that exists over energy markets. Before the war, 20% of oil and natural gas went through the strait. So for the strait to be open, it means that markets and shippers need to have confidence that it's open and that it can be transited safely. And that confidence doesn't exist right now. So regardless of what the administration says, the strait is effectively closed.
What is the end goal for each side? Like, what do both sides want out of this to say that they're winning?
Well, it's tricky. I think, what we're seeing right now is, the United States, we are trying to get this conflict to a point where there is an off-ramp. We have General Kane saying that quietly. The U.S. needs to find an off-ramp. Now, what does that off-ramp look like? It could look like the strait being reopened, some type of a deal on Iran's nuclear program. But for the Iranians, it's not necessarily that they need to win. They just need to not lose. And what does not losing look like? It looks like a maintenance of the status quo as it exists right now. And it would seem to me they're starting to try to run out the clock on the president, particularly as he heads into the midterms.
Wow. Elliot Ackerman, thank you.